today we are going to start a very interesting topic of mathematics. We are doing it at class 7 level, but this will be helpful to everybody who has some doubt in the basics of triangles. So here you can see I have already mentioned the name of the chapter, Triangle and its Properties. We are going to discuss some basic properties of triangles and then we are going to apply them in some questions as we solve them. So first of all, what is a triangle? What is a triangle? A triangle is made up of three non-collinear points. If I join three non-collinear points, what am I going to get? I am going to get a triangle. When I say three non-collinear points, it means 3 points which are not in the same straight line. So you can see if I have 3 points here and I join these, I am going to get a triangle. Now we are going to discuss about the terms related to the triangle. First of all, vertex. We will be discussing vertex, side and angle first. If I have this triangle and let me name it A, B, C. So the vertex refers to the 3 points which make up the triangle. So what are the vertex? Vertex are the points. A triangle has 3 vertex and in this triangle the 3 vertex, the plural word is vertices. The 3 vertex are A, B and C. Then sides. It's a triangle. It will have 3 sides. And the 3 sides which are here, which we can name in this are the side AB, the side BC and the side CA. And then coming to the angles, there are 3 angles. You can see here 1, 2 and 3. So if I talk of a triangle, we have 3 vertex, 3 sides, 3 angles, and the angles are angle A, angle B and angle C in this. Alright children. Then we will be discussing 2 new terms, that is median and altitude. Alright. And we will be discussing the types of triangle. Before we begin with median and altitude, let me discuss with you the types of triangles. Triangles can be classified on 2 different bases. One is according to the sides and second is according to the angle. First, let me take it according to the sides. If I classify triangles according to these sides, I have 3 types of triangles: scalene, isosceles. When you learn this, children, please learn the correct spelling of these words. And equilateral. We have already discussed that in a triangle there are 3 sides. If all the 3 sides are of unequal length, means if the length of any side is not equal to the other side, such a triangle is called a scalene triangle. For example, I draw a triangle here. So this is 4, this is 6 and this is 7. Then such a triangle in which no side is equal is a scalene triangle. Then we have isosceles triangle. In an isosceles triangle, 2 sides are equal. Any 2 sides can be equal. Suppose this is 5 and this is 6. Now I call this a isosceles triangle because 2 sides are equal and the equal sides are represented by these small lines. Then coming to equilateral triangle, when all the 3 sides are equal to each other, it is called an equilateral triangle. So how will I represent the equilateral triangle? All 3 are equal. It can be 6, 6, 6 or whatever the dimension is. This is the classification of triangles according to the sides. Now we will do it according to the angles. According to the angle, I have acute angle triangle, acute angled triangle, then I have obtuse angle triangle, obtuse angle, and I have right angled triangle. Alright. So first of all, these terms you are familiar with, you have done in the lower classes as well. First of all, acute angle triangle, when all the three angles of the triangle are less than 90 degree each. If all the three angles of the triangle are less than 90, it is an acute angle triangle. All, this is the sign of angles less than 90 degree. Obtuse, you are familiar with the word obtuse. An angle greater than 90 degree, less than 180 is called obtuse angle. So if in a triangle one angle is more than 90, that triangle will be a obtuse angle triangle. You can see this. This angle is more than 90, so it becomes a obtuse angle triangle. Only one angle can be obtuse in a triangle. We cannot have more than one obtuse angle in a triangle. Then right angle triangle. In a right angle triangle, one angle has to be 90 degree. One angle is 90, it is called a right angle triangle. And one very important thing I'll tell you here, if one angle is 90, the other two angles, total will be how much? To let you know this, I will first explain to you the angle sum property. Very important property, angle sum property, which we will be using up. This is the angle sum property of the triangle we are discussing here. How many angles we have discussed in a triangle? 3 angles. And the sum of these 3 angles is always equal to 180 no matter what type of triangle we have. This is referred to as the angle sum property of the triangle. So suppose I have 3 angles, angle A plus angle B plus angle C will always be equal to 180. If we use this, we can say this is because of the angle sum property. Now I am coming back to this. If one of the angles is 90, what about the other two angles? The sum of the other two angles here will also be 90. Only in the right angle triangle I am saying. Because one is 90, 180 minus 90 makes it 90. It means the total of the other two angles will be 90 in a right angled triangle. Then next, we move on to the median and the altitude. First, let's understand what a median is. Okay. I have a triangle. Say this is the triangle. If from any vertex, now you are very familiar what the vertex is. From any vertex, I make a line towards the opposite side. Suppose I am choosing the vertex A और vertex A से हम एक line बना रहे हैं opposite side में like this, and this is touching the opposite side at O suppose. And if this O divides the side BC into two equal parts, यानी कि length BO and length OC are equal, then AO is called the median. I'll now repeat it. If I draw from a vertex a line meeting the opposite side in the center of the side, it is called the median. In any triangle, there will be 3 medians. I suppose it is clear? Yes, children? Now we'll move on to altitude. Altitude is drawn on a similar manner, but one condition more is there, that suppose I have a triangle, then from any vertex I draw a line to the opposite side which is perpendicular to the opposite side. Perpendicular means making an angle of 90 degree. So vertex A से I draw a line it is perpendicular to the opposite side. It is making an angle of 90 degree with the opposite side. Then it is called the altitude. And this altitude may or may not be the median. Okay. Suppose I have a triangle like this, an isosceles triangle, suppose. This can be the median and the altitude, but it is not necessary that every time the median and the altitude will be the same. Okay. And one more very important thing. Median always lies inside the triangle. But altitude may or may not lie inside the triangle. I'll give you an example. Suppose I have an obtuse angled triangle over here. A obtuse angled triangle. If I am going to drop a median from here, this is going to be the median and BM will be equal to MC. But if I have to make an altitude, I have to drop a perpendicular. It will come like this and we will have to extend this side. This is the perpendicular or the altitude of this triangle. Okay. AP is the altitude of this triangle, and you can see it is not lying inside the triangle. It is outside the triangle. You can have a look, quickly revise all this information. Then I will be discussing some sums related to this angle sum property with you. Okay, children? Meanwhile, let me clear the screen quickly and we will be discussing some questions as well. So that what concepts we have discussed today are clear to you. And once the concept we have understood, if it goes into our mind through an example, like we'll be taking up some questions now, it becomes very easy and it rests in our mind. If we don't forget it. It's a very interesting chapter. If you will be regular with all the sessions we have, you will really find it very easy and at the same time you will find it interesting as well. So I am just quickly clearing it so that we can take up some important questions related to it, and you be very attentive. You can sit with a paper and a pen and practice along with me. And of course, if you have any doubt, please do ask in the comment section how you are finding the video. Are the things becoming easy for you? If you like the video, please do like it. Press the like button. And now I am coming to some questions related to this particular topic. We are going to find the unknown angle, and to find this unknown angle we are going to use which property? We are going to use the angle sum property. Okay. The first question which I am taking up over here is, I have a triangle. Okay. This angle is given to me 50 degree. This angle is given to me 70 degree. And this is x. I have to find x in this case. Okay. So what we will do is, there are three angles and we know that the sum of these three angles should be equal to 180. So we'll write 50 plus 70 plus x is equal to 180. And very important, why we are taking it 180, we have to mention in the bracket, and we write over here angle sum property. And now it is very easy. 120 plus x is equal to 180. X is equal to 180 minus 20 is equal to 60 degrees is the answer for this particular x. Isn't it very easy? Then I'll take one more question. Okay. It is given x, x and x. And we have to find x again. Very simple. Three angles. The angles are x plus x plus x is equal to 180. Why we have written it 180? Because of angle Yes, here also I got the answer 60. All three angles are equal, means each angle will be equal to 60 degree. Okay children? Then the next question I am taking up, and the question says two angles are given to us, we have to find the third angle. Very simple again it is. Two angles are 30 and 80. We have to find the third angle. Okay. Similarly, we will use 30 plus 80 plus x. And before I write this, I will write over a line, here a line. Let third angle be x is equal to 180. Same reason I will write angle sum property. 110 plus x is equal to 180. Quickly you see what your answer is coming, and then you can give the answer in the comment also. X is equal to 70 degrees, the answer here. We will take up one more. The two angles are 20 degree and 70 degree. Okay. Let the third angle be I think it should be clear to you, and there should be no need for me to speak, and without that you will be easily getting the answer. You do it on a paper and then you match your answer with me and see if you get the correct answer. See, did you get it right? Check, did you get it right? This is not the fourth, but this is the third question on the board. 1 and 2. Now this is the third different type of question coming up on the board. Okay. The next one is, a statement is given. One of the acute angles of a right triangle is 63. One acute angle of right triangle. Now wherever triangle word will be there, I will use this symbol triangle. Is 63 degree. We have to find the other angle. If you remember, here in the start of the video only I told you, if one angle is right angle, the other two angles will be 90 degrees. So we will use that property. If one angle is right angle, is right, other two are equal to 90 degree. And if you have missed it, you can go back in the video and have a look. So we have 63 plus the other acute angle is equal to 90 degree. Acute angle is equal to 90 minus 63 is equal to 27 degrees, the answer. It's very interesting, children. You have to find what I have to apply to get the answer. It's really very, very interesting. Let's take one more of this type. One angle is 140 and the other two angles are equal. It is given one angle is equal to 140 degrees and other two are equal. Other two are equal. I'm continuing. Let them be x each. There are two angles which are equal, both will be x. So then we have x plus 140. This becomes the three angles of the triangle. Two are x and one is 140 is equal to 180. And I write the reason, angle sum property. Okay. So I get over here 2x is equal to 180 minus 140. 2x is equal to 40. X is equal to 40 upon 2 is equal to 20 degrees. So what are the other two angles? The other two angles are 20 degrees each. Yes children, are you getting it? Two more of this type we'll be doing in the today's session, and then more of slightly complex level will be continuing in the next video. Okay. Now, the next question which I am taking is, if one angle of the triangle is 180. Now, this is slightly different. Please pay attention. One angle and it is given that the other two angles are in ratio 3:7. We have to find the other two angles. Okay. So we have already done ratios. So what we can have, let the two angles be 3x and 7x. So we have 3x plus 7x plus 80 is equal to 180. Same reason, angle sum property. Okay, 3x plus 7x gives me 10x is equal to 180 minus 80. 10x is equal to 100. X is equal to 100 upon 10 is equal to 10. Now what are the two angles? Answer I am writing. One angle is 3x and the other is 7x. So I get 3 into 10 is equal to 30 degrees and 7 into 10 is equal to 70 degrees. So these two are the angles which we have to find. So basically what is there? We have to find what is unknown. After finding that, we have to apply the angle sum property. Now, the next question is, the angles are in the ratio 2:3:4. Ratio of all three angles, this is the symbol of angles, is equal to 2:3:4. So let the angles be and the sum of these angles should be equal to 180 because of the angle sum property. Okay. I get here 9x is equal to 180 x is equal to 180 upon 9 is equal to 20 degree. So now my answer will be, I have to find all the three angles which are 2x, 3x and 4x is equal to 2 into 20, 3 into 20 and 4 into 20, which gives me 40, 60 and 80. And just to check the correctness of our answer, if I add these three, it should come equal to 180, and if I see it is coming equal to 180. This was a really very interesting class. I suppose you also liked it. Don't forget to share and let your friends also come aware of these classes so that it helps them as well. Bye-bye children. Be safe.